This afternoon we're going to do MidSummer Night's Dream, directed by Mary Vuorela, musical director Roy Vuorela, and costumes by Tina Struthers. We'd like to thank the town of Hudson, Colin from Harwood Mini Storage, and all our advertisers in our program. And please go to our advertisers because they support us. Turn off your cell phones. And if the heat gets too much, please try to find a shade or whatever. And there's...
Up in the lake.
I'd love to say that to people, but I can't right now. We're going to have refreshments. There's water, and we have Jessica's treats. It's for a good cause. At intermission, there will be an intermission, and that's it. And we'd like to thank all our Hudson Club members and our volunteers because they support us. Okay, let's start the show. Where's the last show? You couldn't be standing over there?
C'est le nom de Mary.
Sure.
C'est comme si toi tu t'appelais des...
What are you doing with all those boys? You're the only girl in this band. Look what happened to Karen Carpenter. Come on.
Oh.
Yeah, it gets worse.
Oh.
Come on.
Our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. But oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires, like to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days will steep themselves in night. 4 nights will dream away the time, and then the moon, like to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnity.
Go, Philostrate, stir up the Athenian youth to merriments. Awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Turn melancholy forth to funerals. The pale companion is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword and won thy love doing thee injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with revelling.
Happy be Theseus, a renowned duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with you?
Full of vexation come I with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And my gracious duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung with feigning voice verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, conceits, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats, messengers of strong prevailment in unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And my gracious Duke, be it so she will not here before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius, I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law, immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. To you, your father should be as a god, one that composed your beauties, yea, and one to whom you are but as a form in wax, by him imprinted, and within his power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am enrolled, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires, know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether, if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. To be for aye in shady cloister mewed, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon. Thrice blessed they that master so their blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earthlier happy is the rose distilled than that which, withering on the virgin thorn, grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will my virgin patent alpha unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me in everlasting bond of fellowship, upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius, as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for aye austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
To have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermias. You marry her.
Scornful Lysander! True, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him, and she is mine! And all my rights of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way is fairly ranked, if not with vantage as Demetrius, which is more than all these boasts can be. I am beloved of beauty as Hermia. But why should I not then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I avouch to his head, made love to Nadar's daughter, Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes of idolatry, upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I had heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof. But being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, and come, Aegeus, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look, you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death or to a vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta. What's cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, go along. I must employ you in some business against our nuptial, and confer with you of something nearly that concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire, we follow you.
Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Like for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
For aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history. Well, the course of true love never did run smooth, but either it was different in blood.
Oh, cross. Too high to be enthralled to low.
Or else miscraft in respective years.
Oh, spite. Too old to be engaged to young.
Or else it stood upon the choice of friends.
Oh, hell. To choose love by another's eyes.
Or if there were sympathy in choice. War, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sun, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning and the colleague night. That in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere a man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour them. So quick bright things do come to confusion.
Then true lovers have been ever crossed. It stands as an edict in destiny. So let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross. As due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers.
Good persuasion, therefore hear me. I have a widow, a dowager, of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Rahul, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, then steal forth thy father's hand tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town where I did meet with thee once, Helena, to do observance to morn of May. There will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, in that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly I will meet with thee.
Keep promise. Oh, look, here's Helena.
What speed for Helena? Whither away?
How year me fair? Very unseen. Demetrius loves your fair, oh happy fair. Your eyes are lone stars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than mark to shepherd's ear. When wheat is green, hawthorn buds begin. Sickness is catching. Oh, for favor so yours would I catch for here, my ear I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye, your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Or the world mine, Demetrius being bathed, the rest I give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what are you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart?
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Your frowns would teach my smiles that skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayer could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None. But your beauty, if that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place.
Helen, to you our minds will unfold. Tomorrow night when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking the liquid pearl in the bladed grass, a time her lover's flights doth still conceal. Through Athens' gates we have devised to steal.
Farewell, sweet playfellow, and pray thou for us. Good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lovers' food tomorrow deep midnight.
Well, my Helen, adieu. As you unto him, Demetrius dote unto you.
How happy some or some others can be. Through Athens, I am thought as fair as she, but what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know, oh, but he do now, and as the earth's tuning on Hermes' eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities. Things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. And therefore, as we keep it painted line, nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes, figure unheedy haste. I will go tell him fair Hermes' flight, and then on to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. For this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. For here me nigh to enrich my pay, to have his sight hither and back again.
here? You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Well, here is a scroll of every man's name which is thought fit through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day, at night.
First, good Peter Quince. Say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Well, marry, our play is the most lamentable comedy and the most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
Oh, a very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merit. Now, Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom.
Ready?
Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Name what part I am for, and proceed.
Well, you, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
Oh, what is Pyramus, a lover or a tyrant?
Well, it is a lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
That will call for some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. Yet, for the rest, my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Earthly rarely, or a part to tear a cat in, to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison's gates, and Phibus' car shall shine from far, and make it burn the fool's face. This was lofty. Now, name the rest of the players. This was Ercles' fate, a tyrant's fate. A lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Ah, Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
Oh, no, it is the lady that Pyramus must love.
No, let me not film. I know you're coming.
Oh, that's all one. You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
Oh, and I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe, too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe. Oh, Pyramus, my lover dear, thy Thisbe dear, and lady dear.
No, no. You shall play Pyramus and Flute you, Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Ah, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Stout the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus' father, myself, Thisbe's father, and Snug the joiner, the lion's part. And here, I hope you have a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? I pray you, if it be, give it me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Oh, let me play the lion, too. And I will roar that will do any man's heart good to hear. I will roar to make the Duke say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
And you would do it terribly. You would frighten the Duchess and the ladies, and they would all shriek, and that would be enough to hang us all.
That would hang us, every mother's son.
Well, I grant you, friends, if we were to fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion than but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar, and 'twere any nightingale. Roar! Roar! Roar!
You can play no part for Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a most proper, most gentlemanlike man, as one should see on a summer's day, a most lovely gentleman man. So you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play it in?
Oh, why, what you will.
Well, I discharge it in your orange tawny beard, your straw-colored beard, or your purple and green beard, or your French crown-colored beard, your perfect yellow.
Well, some of your French crowns have no hair at all, and then you'd play barefaced. So come, masters, here are your parts, and I entreat you, I request you, I desire you to come them by tomorrow night and meet me in the palace wood a mile without the town by moonlight. And there we will rehearse, for if we meet in the city, we will be dogged with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw up a bill of properties such as our play is. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's Oak we meet.
Enough! Pull or cut bowstrings.
Wander you over hill, over dale, through a bush, through a briar, over park, over pale, through a flood, through a fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere. And I serve the fairy queen, to do her orbs upon the green, her cowslips tall, her pensioners be in their small coats spots. You see, those be rubies, fairy favors, and in their freckles live their savors. I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl from every cowslip's ear. Farewell, my lovely spirits. I'll be gone. Our queen and all our elves can hear anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight. For Oberon is passing, fell in wrath, because that she and her attendants hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. Never had she so sweet a changeling. Jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train, to trace his force wild, but she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear spangled starlight sheens. But they do swear that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Do I mistake your shape, or making quite? Or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow? Are not you he, who frights the maidens of the villagery? Skim milk, and sometimes labor in the corn, and bootless make the breathless housewives churn, and sometimes make the drink to bear no harm, mislead night wanderers laughing at their harm. And some hobgoblin call you, oh sweet pup. Do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Thou speakest all right. I am the merrier wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguiled. And sometimes, for a 3-foot stool mistaketh me, and slip I from her bum and down topples she. Tailor cries and falls in the cloth, and the whole choir hold their hips and laugh, and waxen in their mirth, and knees and swear. A merrier hour was never wasted there. But room fairy, here comes Oberon.
I mean my mistress. Would that he were gone.
Titania.
Jealous Oberon, fairy skiff had Clive forsworn his bed and company.
Hey! Rash wanton.
Am I not thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of Corin sat all day, playing on pipes of corn, versing love to amorous Philida. Why art thou here? Come from the farthest steep of India? With that forsooth the bouncing Amazon, your buskin mistress from warrior love, to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus? For shame, Titania! Glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing that I know thy love to Theseus.
These are the forgeries of jealousy.
Ha!
And never since the middle summer spring met we on hill, in dale, forest or mead, by paved fountain or rushy brook, or in the beach margins of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the wind, piping to us in vain, as in revenge have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling upon the land have every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air, that rheumatic diseases do abound, and thorough this distemperature we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts fall in the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on old Hime's thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is as in mockery set. The spring, the summer, childing autumn, angry winter, have changed their wonted liveries. And the amazed world by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Oh, set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night. Full often has she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood, where we laugh to see the sails conceive and grow big-bellied with the wanton wings, which she, with pretty and swimming gait following, her womb enriched with my young squire, would imitate, and sail upon the land to fetch me treasures, and return again, as from a voyage rich with merchandise. She, being mortal of that boy, did die. For her sake do I live, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance, till after Theseus' wedding day. We will patiently dance in our round and join our midnight revels then. Shun me and I will spare your haunts.
Give me the boy, and I'll go with thee.
Not to thy fairy kingdom! Fairies away, we shall chide down right in thy gaze!
Go thy way! Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury! My gentle Puck! Come hither. Thou rememberest when once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back utter such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at a song. While certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
It was at that time I saw. Thou couldst not. Flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed, and a certain aim he took at a fair vestal enthroned it in the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly in her direction, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But might I see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial votress passed on, in maiden meditation, fancy-free. Yet, marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell on a small western flower, before milk white, and now purple with love's wound. The maidens called it love and idleness. Fetch me this flower, the herb I showed thee once, The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make man or woman madly dote on the next live creature it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
And once this juice, I'll drop the liquor of it in Titania's eyes. And the next thing that she waking looks upon, be it lion, wolf, bull, bear, meddling monkey, or busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. Who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where's Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen unto this wood, and here I am in wood within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant. May you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not, in plainest truth, tell you I do not nor cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. I'm your spaniel, Demetrius, and the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel. Spur me, stripe me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave unworthy as I am to follow you. What worse place can I beg in your love? You had a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog.
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I look on you.
I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege. And it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore, I think I'm not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company, for you in my respect are all the world. Then how can it be said that I am alone and all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in brakes and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest has not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds a chase. The dove pursues the griffin. The mile high makes speed to catch tiger. Foolish maid, I'm tired of pursuing the valor flies.
I'll not stay thy questions. Let me go. Or rather, if thou followest me, do not believe, but I'll do thee mischief in the woods.
I down the temple, the field, do mischief. Hi, Demetrius! Wrongs to set a scandal in my sex. Cannot fight for love as men may do. Should be wooed and we're not made to woo.
Fare thee well, nymph. And ere he doth leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it to me. I know a bank whereon the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows, but quite over canopied with luscious woodbine, sweet musk roses and eglantine. There sleeps Titania sometime of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. There the snake throws her enameled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. With the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove a sweet Athenian lady who's in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes. But do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he has on. Effect it with some care, and he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
What thou seest when thou dost break, root will thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it ounce of cattle fair, hard or bull with bristled hair. In thy eye that shall appear, when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Dear love, oh, you faint with wandering in the wood. And to speak troth, I've forgotten our way. We'll rest us here if you think it good, and tarry from the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander, find you out of bed, where I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as a pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
The sense sweet of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in one's conference. I mean, that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but of one heart we should make of it. Two bosoms interchanged in an oath, so two bosoms and a single truth. Then lying by your side, no bedroom need deny. Or lying so early, I do not lie.
Lysander, riddles very prettily. Now, much for sure my manners and my pride is for Hermia meant to say Lysander life. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. Such separation, as well may be said, becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant. And good night, sweet friend. Thy love near altered till thy sweet life end.
Amen. Amen to that prayer, say I. And life when I end loyalty. There is thy bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenians found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force and stirring love. Night and silence. But who is here? A weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, despise the Athenian maid. And hear the maiden sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul. She durst not lie near this lack love, this kill curtsy. Churl upon thy eyes I throw all the powers this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid, and sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So wake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay! Do thou kill me, St. Demetrius?
I charge thee hence, and don't haunt me on thus.
Oh, thou darkling, leave me, do not so.
Stay! On thy peril, I alone will go.
I'm out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, where so she lies, for she has left an attractive eye. Keep her eyes so bright. Oh, so tiered, it's so my eyes are off washing hers. No. No, I am as ugly as a bear. For beasts that meet me right away for fear. Therefore, no marvel through Demetrius fly my presence thus. Lysander? On my ground? Dead or asleep? See no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
I'd run through fire for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows her art, to make me see through thy bosom to see thy heart. Oh, but where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What though he love your Hermia, what though and Hermia still loves you then? Ha! Be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent. Not with Hermia, but Helena I love, who would not change a raven for a dove. All things growing are not ripe until their season, so I being young right now not to reason. Touching to the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal of thy will, which leads me to your eyes, wry o'erlook. Love stories written in love's richest color.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? Why not your hands and I deserve this scorn? It's not enough, young man, that I could never know, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye. But you must love my insufficiency. You're true. You do me wrong, but soon you do. And such deceitful men are me to woo. Fairly well. Before I thought your lord were more true gentleness. Who that a lady of one man refuse should of another, therefore be abused.
She loveth me, and with all good will, and all good might, to honor Helen, and be her knight. Helen!
fear. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent eat my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander! Why removed? Lysander, Lord! What, out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word? Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves. I swoon almost with fear. No? Then I well perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you will find immediately.
Convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, and this hawthorn brake our staging house, and we shall do it all in action as we'll do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince! What says thou, bully bottom? There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword and kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
Why, like in a parlous fear!
Well, I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Oh, not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
Oh, I fear it, I promise you.
Oh, masters, you ought to consider yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion amongst ladies is a most dreadful thing. For there's not a more fearful wild fowl than your lion living. And we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell that he's not a lion.
Nay. He must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he must speak through, saying thus, or to the same effect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would request you, or I would desire you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble, my life forlorn. If you think I come hither as a lion, for pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are. Let him say plainly, name his name and say plainly he is Snug the Joiner.
The joiner. Well, it shall be so, but we have 2 hard things, and that is, we must bring moonlight into the chamber, for as you know, Prince and Thisbe did meet by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
A calendar, look in the almanac,
Yes,
look up
yes,
moonshine,
yes.
look up moonshine!
Yes, it does shine that night.
Why, then, may you leave a casement in the great chamber where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Oh, aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lantern, and say one comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. And yet there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did talk through a chink in the wall.
Well, you can never bring in a wall. What say you, bully bottom?
Well, some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about him to signify wall, and let him hold his fingers thus, through which the cranny, Pyramus and Thisbe may whisper.
Well, if that be so, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts, Pyramus. you begin, and when you have rehearsed your speech, you enter into that break. And so every man according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns are we swaggering here? So near to the cradle of the fairy queen. What? A play towards? Well, I'll be an auditor, an act or two perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus! Thisbe, stand forth!
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savors sweet.
Odors,
savors sweet. So hath thy breath, dear Thisbe. Hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger Pyramus than ever played here. Must I speak now?
Oh, marry, must you, for you must understand. He goes but to see a noise in his heard, and is to come again.
Oh, sweet Pyramus, most lily-white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar. Most brisky juvenile, and eek, most lovely Jew, as true as horse would never tire, I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninus tomb. Man, you must not speak that yet, that you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, your cue is past, it is never tire.
As true as horse would never tire.
If I were fair, Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange we are haunted! Bray masters, fly masters!
This is knavery of them to make me afeard.
Madam, I'm changed. What do I see on me?
What do you see on me? You see an asset of your own, do you?
Bless thee, bottom, bless thee, thou art translated.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me. To fright me if they could. I shall not stir from this place, do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I shall sing, so they shall hear I am not afraid. The alzocock's so black of hue with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The fakes, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song gray, whose note full many a man doth mark and dare not answer nay. Or who would give his wit to so foolish a bird? Who would give a bird the lie, though he cried, cuckoo, never so?
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamoured of thy note, and so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtues force perforce doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Oh, methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. Yet to say the truth, love and reason keep little company nowadays. For the pity that some honest neighbors may not make them friends. Yet I can leak upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful. Oh,
Not so neither. For if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I'd have enough to serve my own turn.
out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state. And I do love thee. Therefore go with me, and I shall give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flower dost sleep. And I will
Purge thy mortal grossness so, that thou shalt, like an airy spirit, go. Peas blossom, cobweb, malt, mustard seed.
Ready? And I.
And I.
Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walk, gamble in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees, and for night tapers crop their waxen thighs, and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes, to have my love to bed and to arise. Pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Not him else, do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal.
Hail! Hail!
Oh, I beg your worship's mercy heartily. I beg your worship's name.
Cobweb.
Oh, I shall desire you more acquaintance, Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make mold with thee. Your name, honest gentleman?
Peas blossom.
Oh, commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and Master Peascod, your father. I shall desire you more acquaintance too. Your name, good sir?
Mustard.
Oh, good Master Mustard Seed. I know your patience well. That same cowardly ox like Pete hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I pray you, your kindred had made mine eyes water ere now. Well, I shall desire your more acquaintance, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him. Lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks on with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my lover's tongue, bring him silence.
Very good. You guys are doing wonderful. Aren't they doing good?
Okay, you can have a 15-minute break. But get back here if you want the 2 showings.
Okay, this is intermission, 15 minutes. Woo!
Okay. I wonder if Titania be awaked. What it was that next came in her eye when she was dote on in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love. Near to her, close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour. A crew of patchers, rude mechanicals that worked for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest, thick skin of the baron sword for whom Pyramus presented forsook his scene and entered with a break. And I did him at his advantage take, an ass's no I fixed on his head, anon his thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes when they him spy. At his sight his fellows fly, and for briars and thorns all apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats, some mules, all things catch. I led them on this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania awoke, and straightway loved an ass.
Well, this falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenians' eyes with the love juice as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is done too. With the Athenian woman by his side, of course she must be eyed.
Stand close. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, I rebuke you, him that love you so. Lay so bitter breath on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'ershoots in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? It cannot be but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look so dead, so grim.
So should a murderer look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering spear.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I had rather give his carcass to my hound.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men. Oh, once tell true! Tell true even for my sake! Dost thou have looked upon him being awake? And hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, brave judge, you're not a worm and adder do so much!
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I'm not guilty of Lysander's blood. Nor is he dead for aught I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get there for? Oh!
A privilege never to see me more. And from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There's no following her in this fierce vein. Here therefore a while I'll remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow. For death that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe, to which in some slight measure it will pay. If for his tender, here I make some stay.
Of thy misprision must perforce ensue. Some true love turned, to not a false turn true.
Then fate overrules that one man holding troth. A million fail, confounding an oath.
About the wood, go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. All fancy sick she is, and pale of cheer, sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion, see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go, look how I go. Swifter than an arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hid with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as Venus in the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Oh, why should you think I should woo you with scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look when I vow, I weep, and vows of nativity all truth appears. How can these things seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more, which is fully frail. These vows are Hermias! Will you give her? Wait, oh, widow, and you will nothing weigh. These vows to her and me put into scales. Will even weigh in both ways tails.
I had no judgment with her, I swore.
Nor none in my mind. Now you give her!
Oh, Demetrius loves her and he loves not you!
Oh, Helena! Goddess! Perfect! Divine! To what, my love, can I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy, oh, how ripe in show. Thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow. That pure congealed white high Taurus snow, fanned with the eastern wind, turns to a crow. When thou holdest up thy hand, oh, let me kiss this angel of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Ah, hell. I see. You're all bent to set against me for your name. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. You not hate me, as I know you do, and what you must show in souls to mock me too. You both are rivals, and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena, a true exploit, a manly enterprise, the conjure tears up in poor mate's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend the virgin and extort a poor soul's patience off to make it sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so. For you love Hermia, this you know I know. And with all good will and all good heart, my love of Hermia's, I yield you my part. And to yours of Helen, to me be grateful, whom I do love, and will do so till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but was as guest my sojourn. And now, to Helen, its home return, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou wilt buy it dear. Look. Where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night, that from the eye
Lysander's love that wouldn't let him bide? Oh, fair Helen, who glides the night? Then all your fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Cannot this make thee know that I hate thee barely leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
No! She is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false war in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired, have you conspired to bait me with this false reason? And will you rather hate and love asunder, joining with men and scorning your own friend? Tis not maidenly, your sex as well as I may try for the I alone to feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. Scorn you not, though it seems that you scorn me.
Have you not said Lysander, as in scorn, to follow me and praise my eyes and face? And said to your other love, Demetrius, who but now did spurn me with his foot to call me goddess, nymph, divine, rare, precious, celestial. Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within a soul and tender meet pursuit affection? But by your setting on, by your consent, what though I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most to love unloved? This you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persevere. Counterfeit sad looks make mouths funny when I turn my back. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you had any pity for its own manners, would not make such an argument. Very well. I only want. Better ask me. Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
She cannot entreat, I can compel.
Can it compel more than she can entreat? Thy threats have no more strength than her weakness. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I would lose for thee. The proofs and falsities I love thee not.
I say I can love thee more than he can.
Thou says so. Withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, we're too tense all of this.
Away you eat you.
No, he'll seem to take loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You're tame, man. Go.
Oh, hang off, thou cat. Thou vile thing. Let loose, or I shall shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this, sweet love?
Thy love. Out, Tony Tartar, out! Out those medicine-hated potion heads!
Do not jest?
Yes, sir, and so do you.
Demetrius, I shall keep my word with thee.
I would have your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you still. I'll not trust your word.
What? That I should strike her? Hurt her? Kill her dead? Although I hate her, I will not harm her so.
What? Can you do me no greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? Oh, what news, my love? Am I not Hermia? And you not Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you left me. Yet since night you left me. Why then you left me? Oh, the gods forbid in earnest, shall I say?
I by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore, be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain nothing truer 'tis no jest that I do hate thee, and love Helena.
Oh, me! You, juggler! You canker blossom! You thief of love! What? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Mighty fake! Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no such a bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fight by you, counterfeiting puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? Aye, so that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height,
and with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem, because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maple? Speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach unto thine eye. Pray you, though you mock me down, and let her not break me. I was never cursed. I have no gift in all this foolishness. Will her not strike me? You perhaps may think me she's something more than myself that I can touch. Hark again!
Be not afraid. She shall not harm thee. No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she is angry, she can intrude. She was a vixen who went to school, and now she is but little. She's fierce. Little again. Nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get gone, you dwarf. You're too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part. For if thou never dost intend to little show blood to her, thou shalt defy it. Well, now she will obey thou. Now follow if thou darest to see who's right, and thine or mine is most in Helen. Follow, nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You mistress, all this toil is long of you. Nay, go not back, just you.
I don't understand your cursed company. You're handsome-minded quicker for friend. I liked her long enough to run away.
I am amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still, thou mistakest. Or else committest thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garments he had on? And blameless proves my enterprise, that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. And I'm so glad it did so, sort, for this their jangling I have seen with sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Therefore, overcast the night. This starry well can cover thou anon, with trooping fog as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray that one not come within another's way. Till over their brows death, counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and fatty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error in his might, and make his eyeballs rule with wonted sight. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem like a dream and fruitless vision. And while I in this affair do thee employ, up to my queen and beg her Indian boy, and then I will her charmed eyes release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace. Notwithstanding, haste, make no delay. We may effect this business yet ere day.
Oh, up and down, up and down. I will lead them up and down. I'm feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak now!
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
Shall deal with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander! Speak again, thou runaway, thou coward! Speak! In some bush! Wouldst thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou lookest for wars? Come, recreant, come thou child, he is the fire that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice, we'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me and still dares me on. When I come, when he calls, then he's... God! The villain is much later healed than I. Fast did I go, but that... Master, he did fly. How far I am in a dark anymore. Here we'll rest. Oh, come thou gentle day, and to show me thy great light. You avenge Demetrius and end this fight.
Ho, 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 coward, why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou darest, for while I want, thou runst before me, shifting in every place, and dare not stand, nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, then thou mockest me. If ever I thy face by daylight see, thou shalt buy it dear. Now, go thy way, faintness constraineth me. To measure out thy length on this cold bed. By day's approach, look, to be visit.
How weary night, how long and tedious night, await thy hour, shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight, from these that my poor company dismissed, and sleep, that sometimes sets up sorrow's eyes, seal me awhile from my
Yet but three, come one more, two of both kinds make up four. Here she comes, all cursed and sad. A Cupid is a knavish lad to try poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe. Dabbled with dew and torn with briars, I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heaven shield Lysander if they mean a fray.
Sleep sound on the ground, and I'll apply to your eye gentle lover's remedy. True upon thy eyes I throw all the powers this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb known, that every man shall have his own, in your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick moss roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair, large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready?
I'll scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Cobweb?
Ready?
Good monsieur. Get you your weapon in hand, and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. And good monsieur, bring me the honey bag. Fret not too much in the action, and take care the honey bag break not. I would loathe to have you overflown with a honey bag, senor. Now, where's mustard seed?
Ready?
Oh, leave your leaf, I pray you. Give me your courtesy, good monsieur.
What's your will?
Nothing, but to help Peas Blossom to scratch. Oh, I must to the barber's, good monsieur, for methinks I am marvelous hairy about the face, and I'm such a tender ass, if my hair but do tickle, I must scratch.
What, wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongues and the bones.
Or say what thou desirest to eat, my love.
Truly, a peck of provender. I could munch a good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire for a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard, and fetch thee new nuts.
I'd rather have a handful or two of dried peas. Oh, but I pray you, let not your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou. Sleep. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. I will wind thee in my arms. So doth the wood find the sweet honeysuckle gently entwist. The female ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity. For meeting her of late behind the woods, seeking sweet favors from this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. For she his heady temples then had rounded with a coronet of fresh and fragrant flowers. But I had at my pleasure taunted her, and she in mild terms begged my patience. I did ask of her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. Now I have the boy. I'll undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And gentle Clive, take this transformed scalp from off this Athenian swain. For, when they awake, they will all think that this night's accidents are nothing but mere vexations of a dream. But first, I'll release the fairy queen.
Be as thou was wont to be. See as thou was wont to see. Diane's bud, of a Cupid's flower, hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamoured of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe this visage now.
Silence a while. Puck, take off his head. Titania, music call, and strike more dead than common sleep of all these 5%. Sound, music! Now, my queen, take hands of me, and rock the ground whereon we sleep with me.
I do hear the morning light.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night, that I sleeping here was found, with these mortals on the ground.
Now our observation is performed, and since we have the vanguard of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. We will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top, and to mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
Oh, I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in the wood of Crete they bathed the bear with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant chiding, for besides the groves, the skies, and fountains, every region near seemed all one mutual cry. I never heard so musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred out of the Spartan kind, slow in pursuit, but matched in mouth like bells, each under each. A cry more tunable was never hollowed to nor cheered with horn in Crete, in Sparta, nor in Thessaly. Judge when you hear. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep, and this, Lysander. This, Demetrius is. This, Helena, old Vidar's Helena. I wonder if they're being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and, hearing our intent, came here in grace of our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus. Is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Illustrate. Bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin these wood birds but to couple now.
Hurry, my lord.
I pray you all stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world, that hatred is so far from jealousy to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazingly. Half asleep, half awake. As of yet, I truly cannot say how I came. I came here with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens without the peril of the Athenian law.
Enough! Enough, my lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away, they would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me. You with your wife, and me of my consent. I consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I in theory hither followed them, fair Helena in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I know not by what power, but by some power it is, my love to Hermia melted as the snow. Seems to me now is the remembrance of an idol god which I did dote upon in my childhood. And now, all the faith, the virtue, the object, the pleasure of mine eye, only Helena. To her, my lord, I was betrothed ere I saw Hermia, but like in sickness I did loathe this food. But as in health I've come to my natural taste. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met, and of this discourse we more will hear anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will, for in the temple by and by with us, these couples shall eternally be knit. And since the morning now is something worn, our purposed hunting should be set aside. Away with us to Athens. 3 and 3 will hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable, like far-off mountains turned to clouds.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye, when everything seems double.
So methinks, and I found Demetrius like a jewel. Mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we're awake? Seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Was the Duke not here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow to the temple. Why then we are awake. Let's follow, and by the way, recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me, and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hey ho, Peter Quince! Flute the bellows bender! Snout the tinker! Starveling! God's my life! Stolen hence and left me asleep! I've had a most rare vision. I have had a dream. Pass the wit of man to say what my dream was. Man is but an ass if he were to expound on this dream. We thought I was. Oh, no man can tell what. We thought I was. We thought I had. The man is but a patched fool if he were to offer to say what we thought I had. The ears of man have not heard, the eyes of man have not seen, his tongue not able to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I shall take Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, for it hath no bottom. And I will sing it at the latter end of a play before the Duke. And, peradventure, for the better assurance, I will sing it at her death. Bottom's house? Has he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt he is transported.
If he comes on, the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
Oh, it is not possible. There's not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pelamus from him.
No, he is simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Oh, aye, and the best person, too. He is a very parable for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon, a paramour, and God bless us. I think if not.
The Duke is coming from the temple, and there's 2 or 3 lords and ladies who are married. If our sport had gone forward, we'd all be made men.
Sweet Floyd Bottom, thus has he lost 16 pence during his lifetime, and he could not escape 16 pence, and had the Duke not given him 16 pence during his lifetime, we'd all be hanged. 16 pence for nothing! He was society! Where are these lads? Where are these lads? The most courageous day, a most happy hour! Masters, I have to discourse wonders. Oh, but ask me not what. For if I tell you I am no true Athenian, I will tell you all right as it fell out.
Well, let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Oh, not a word of me. All that I will tell you is the Duke hath died. Get your apparel together, a new strings for your beards, good ribbons for your pumps. Meet presently at the palace. Every man look o'er his part, for the short and long is our play is bright. In any case, let him that play Thisbe have clean linen, and let not him that play the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out his claws. And most, dear actors, eat no onion nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath, and I do not doubt but to hear them say, it is a sweet comedy. Enough words, away, go, away!
friends. Joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than your royal walks, my lord. Your room, your board, your bed.
Come now. What masks, what dances shall we have to wear away the long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call for the straight.
Oh, here, mighty faces!
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What masks, what music? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
In a brief, how many sports are ripe? Make choice of what your highness will see first. The Battle of the Centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp.
No, will none of that. That have I told my love in glory of my kinsman Hercules.
The riot of the tipsy bacchanals, daring the Thracian sail with their rage.
That is an old device. And it was played when I from Thebes came last a conqueror.
The thrice 3 muses, mourning the death of learning, late deceased by beggary.
That is a satire. Yes, keen and critical, not sorting with a nuptial ceremony.
Tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love. This be very tragical mirth.
Merry and tragical, tedious and brief. That is hot ice and wondrous strange black snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
There is a play, my lord, by some 10 words, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by those 10 words, my lord, it is too long. Which makes it tedious, for in all the play, not one word apt, no player fitted, and tragical, my lord, it is, for young Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which, when I saw in rehearsal, I must confess, made my eyes water. But for merry tears, a passion of loud laughter never heard.
What are they that do play it?
Oh, hard-handed men who work in Athens here, who have never labored in their minds till now, and have toiled their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptials.
And we will hear it.
No, my lord, it's not for you. I have heard it often. There's nothing in the world, unless you find sport in their intent. Extremely stretched and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear this play. For never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in. And take your places, ladies.
Faster! No, faster! Oh, the prologue is addressed, Your Grace.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is without goodwill. That you should think we come to offend, but with goodwill. To show our simple skill, that is the true beginning of our end. Consider then, we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to content you. Our true intent is, all for your delight. We are not here. But you should here repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
Oh, this fellow doth not stand upon points.
He hath read his prologue like a rough colt. He knows not when to stop. It is not a good jest, my lord, to speak, but to speak is true.
Indeed, he hath played on his prologue like a child on a recorder. A sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain. Nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, then wonder on till truth makes all things known. This man is Pyramus. If you would know, this beauty
lady, Thisbe, is certain that this man with lime and this man with lime and rough cast does present wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder, and through wall's chink, poor souls, they are content to whisper, at the which let no man wonder. This man, Slug, sorry. This man with lantern, dog, and bush of thorn presents moonshine, for, if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninus tomb, they're there to woo. This, Slug, this vile beast, which Lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright, and as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which Lion, vile with bloody mouth, did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and sees his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain, whereat, with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast, and Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, that lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain, at last that's why here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion may just speak.
No wonder, my lord. One lion may when many asses do.
In this same interlude, it doth befall that I, when snubbed by name, present a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think, that had within it a cranny hole or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did often whisper very secretly. This lime, this rough cast, and this stone, does show that I am that same wall, the truth is so, and this cranny is both right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
Would you desire lime and hair to speak better?
It's the wittiest partition that e'er I heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence.
Oh, grim, what night! Oh, night with you so black! Oh, night, whichever art when day is not! Oh, night! Alack! I fear my Thisbe's province is forgot. And thou, oh wall, oh sweet, oh lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine. And thou, oh wall, oh sweet, oh lovely wall, show me thy chink through which I can blink with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield ye well for this. What do I see? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
Oh, no, truly, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. Oh, you shall see and shall fall pat as I told you. Oh, yonder she comes.
Oh, wall! Full often hast thou heard my moans when plotting my bad Pyramus and me. My turnips have often kissed thy stones with lime and hair up in thee.
I see a voice, and now will I do the chink and spy. And I can hear my Thisbe's face. Me,
my love, thou art, my love, I think.
Take what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander am I trusty still.
And I, like Helen, till fates me kill.
Not from Shaftless to Procris was so true.
And Shaftless to Procris, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through this hole in the vile wall. Well, I kiss the walls whole by your lips and all. Wilt thou meet me straightway at Ninny's tomb?
Kindness.
Tight that, I come without delay.
Thus have I, to all my part discharged so, and being done, thus Swalloway doth go.
Now is the wall down between the two neighbors?
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so awful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
Well, the best of this kind are but shadows, and the worst are no worse if imagination amends them.
Then it is your imagination and not theirs.
Well, if we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Well, here come two noble beasts in, a man and a lion.
You? Ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here when lion rough in wildest rage doth roar. Does then know that I snug the joiner arms. A lion fell, or else no lion stand, for should I, as lion, come in strife into this place, and 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast, and of a good conscience.
The very best out of beast, my lord, that I ever saw.
One of the very fox for his valor.
True, but a goose for his discretion.
Not so, my lord, for his valor cannot carry his discretion, and the fox carries the goose.
Oh, his discretion, I am sure, cannot carry his valor, for the goose carries not the fox. It is, well, leave it to his discretion and let us listen to the moon.
This lantern doth the horned moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
Oh, he is no crescent, and his horns are invisible within the circumference.
This lantern doth the horned moon present. Myself the man, if the moon do seem to be.
I am wary of this moon when he would change.
Well, it appears by his small light of discretion that he is in the wane. But yet in reason, in all courtesy, we must stay the time.
Proceed, moon.
All that I have to say is to tell you, this lantern is the moon, I the man in the moon, this thorn bush, my thorn bush, this dog, my dog.
Why all these should be in the lantern, for all these are in the moon. But silence, here comes Thisbe.
Oh, this is Ninny's tomb.
Nice.
Where's my love?
Well roared, lion.
Well run, Thisbe.
Well shone moon. Truly the moon shines with a good grace.
A well-moused lion.
And then came pyramids.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy golden, glowing, glittering gleams I trust to take of truest Thisbe's sight. But what? Oh, spite! But mark, poor night! What dreadful goal is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck! Oh, dear! Oh, what? Thy mantle good! Oh, stained with blood! Oh, approaching furies fell! Fell fates, come! Cut, thread, and throb! Quail, crush, conclude, and quell!
This passion, together with the death of a dear friend, would go near to make a man look sad.
Be shrewd, my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore nature denounced lion's frame? That lion vile here hath deflowered my dear, which was the fairest day that e'er lived, that e'er loved, that e'er liked, that e'er looked with cheer. Come, tears, confound, out, sword, and wound the pap of Pyramus. Aye, the left pap, where heart doth hop. Now I die. Thus Thus. Now, am I dead? No, am I fled? My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now, die. 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 Die.
No die, but an haste for him, for he's but one.
What's an amazement, for he's dead, he's nothing. With the help of a surgeon, he may yet recover and prove an ass.
Well, how Charity Moonshine is gone before Sissy comes back to find her lover.
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Oh! 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 Asleep, my love? What? Dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise! Speak! Quick, dove. Dead. A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. Thy lily lips, thy cherry nose, thy yellow cast of cheeks are gone. Lovers, make moan. Oh! His eyes were as green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me with hands as pale as milk, lay them in gore, center of shore with shears, his thread of silk. Oh, tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword, come blade my breasted view. Farewell, friends. Thus, this me ends. Adieu!
Bravo! The moonshine and lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and wall too.
Oh, no, sir. The wall has parted that divided their fathers. Would it please you to hear an epilogue? Or a Bergamasque dance by two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you, for your play needs no excuse. Never excuse, for when the players are all dead, there need none to be blamed. Marry, if he that writ it had played Pyramus and hanged himself in Thisbe's garter, it would have been a fine tragedy. And so it is, truly, and very notably performed. But come, your Burgomask, let your epilogue alone.
we out the dirty sprite, Hopper's light is heard from Briar. And this ditty after me, sing and dance it should be sing.
First rehearse your song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place.
Have offended. Think but this and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, now we have unearned luck. Now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Take my hands, if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.